it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. I'm here with my Friday book haul. Disclaimer, my hands look a wreck. I've been dyeing paper today and using natural dyes, but like I did not wear gloves. You know me by now if you've been here. Anyways, let's get into these books because I have something so special to share today. I was able to super luckily get 3 court ledgers from 1883, 1870, and 1861 respectively from one of my local estate sales. So these are AP Gold, and this one's really interesting. It's the newest of them. And first it has in it these typed up Knox docket old entries. So this is adjourned court cases. And I guess they kept the records here of like where you'd be able to find these cases in the likely law books and records that they maintained. Here we have a list of Traverse jurors of Knox County, 1883. Then the handwriting begins. This particular book is entirely handwritten in. I haven't had a chance to read these yet to see what kind of details, but I do see things like make no claim for the vessel, but only damages for detention and injury. The plaintiff having taken the vessel. So maybe they're talking about a boat. And like the damage has to be maintained. Damages are to be assessed by Joseph Frowell. Yeah, so there's a bit of detail of kind of like the court findings, the judgment. So yeah, and this one has like red pen in it and purple pen. But the majority of the text is all written in this, what I think looks kind of like pencil, or potentially like it's quill pen. Yeah, I think it's quill pen, most of it. But this one has handwritten numbers, and it's got a lot of different kinds of writing in it. So it's really beautiful. This one doesn't have a back cover. It lost its back cover. But this one is front and back. It's this really cool marbling. And again, it's AP Gold's docket, September term of 1870. So this one isn't written entirely through, but it does have some written pages. And I think I probably will scan these so that they can be shared digitally because they're pretty beautiful. I love this this handwriting. The text is just beautiful. The quill pen. So yeah, that is these. And then the writing ends, and then we have a bunch of pages that are torn, and then we have a bunch of pages that are blank, and then we have alphabetized from A, B, C. We lose a bunch to H, and then all the way down to Y. And it looks like these are kind of where they put the first name of probably the plaintiff versus whomever they were litigating or, you know, suing or in court with. So it's kind of cool. Yeah. 198 actions. And the third one is this black and orange. And it's really old. It's the oldest of 1861. October 7, 1861. And it is even, it has looks like stamped numbers. And it has beautiful handwriting again. And this one is written all the way through mostly. Like halfway, I think. So yeah, I'll probably share some of this digitally because it's just really special. And a lot of blank pages in the back also that I'm excited about. They have really light lines on them, like they're barely present at all, but you can kind of see them. And then there's these really grungy pages at the back. So what a treasure, right? I'm really excited to have these. I'm going to just kind of treasure them for a little while, I think, before I decide what I want to do with them. My other thing from the estate auction, I haven't even looked through it yet, is this, I believe it's a bunch of French notebooks, if I recall correctly. I haven't even looked through this stack yet, so we'll do it together. This is from Montreal, June 1943. So it's just all type. This says 1875, and I believe it because it's really, really, yeah, and there's the text. This is a really old, like, book pages that came out of something. Now, 1890 to 1940. And this has nice, like, very yellow pages in it. It's a religious book. Could be good for collage, though. Le document. Okay. French-Canadian text. And we have an old journal card, or sorry, an old library card in here. Lots of school. These are all school, like religious and school notebooks. 1913. That's the book cover for this book. $1879. We have like it's kind of a library reference in it, but yeah, it's quite old and brittle. $1854 to 1954. Nice typewriting in there. And then this is in a bag. Let's see what all this is. We have this big piece of cardstock that I can probably use for something. And then this pink book. What is in here? Another religious book. Probably 1879 to 80. Yeah. It's got a bunch of maps and things in it. And then Nova Scotia, a photographic essay by Frederick Liebmer. And this is from 1971. And this is all photographs of Nova Scotia, black and white photographs. So that's kind of cool. This whole lot was like $3. I didn't have very high expectations for it, but I think there's a little bit of fun stuff in there. So I spent very little on it, so I'm not too concerned if it's not like super useful. But there's some really old, French book here. So then I got a few things from my thrift store. They're over here. Just lug them onto the table here. They had a deal that was 10 books for $3. So this store does not have the best books really, so I kind of dug because I saw a few that I wanted, so I was like, I have to find 10 now. So this is a book, Our Family History. This is a beautiful fabric cover. I love it. And it's unused, and it has cool black edged pages. And, there's some different kinds of paper in here. All about like how you could, record all of your family info. So that's that one. And then I got a bunch of these nice folders. These are made in Mexico, and they're like these just clear folders. So those could come in handy for something kind of cool. Then I got this book, The Classic Book of Fairy Stories, illustrated by Warwick Goebel, and it's just a big book. It does have some fairy imagery in it, which is the reason that I'm interested in it, but also it's got really big text, so it's very good for fishing words out of. All of the images in here kind of have a bit of a fairy type bend to them, like they're sort of fairy-ish. So yeah, lots of fun. Sorry for the delay here. I've got these in a pillowcase that I bought, a vintage pillowcase that's like beautiful embroidery, and I just shoved all the books inside of it, but I'm trying to dig them out. So then I got this Coming Home to You, D. Morgan. No idea what this book is, but there's some really cool pages in it that I thought would be nice. And there's a lot of different verses and text. Mostly I just like these images. They're quite nice. So yeah, I think they would come in handy. I haven't looked at the content of like the writing yet, but then I found this book, and it's just kind of interesting and weird. Ellsworth's Extraordinary Electric Ears and Other Amazing Alphabet Anecdotes. And the whole book is illustrated with like small toys. So yeah, I thought that was really cute and interesting. Super fun, and it's like alphabetical, like Xanthia's X-ray explained her exuberance. Wilbur worked wonders with wallpaper. So kind of fun. And then this Birds in Origami by John Montreal, and I'm so interested in doing some things with origami. I've got some ideas about making some really nice journal covers using some origami that would be inset into the cover of a book. Then I found this mermaid book. It's coloring book. So yeah, mermaids. And I have a few more here. You just yank this pillowcase up here. So I found this book, Beau Geste, Percival Christopher Wren. I really thought it was very like Art Deco or like Great Gatsby looking, you know, so it got me excited that way. I was thinking it would be really fun to do something like flapperish with or something like that, so we'll see where that one takes my brain. And then this one, The Common Sense Guide to Flower Gardening by Roland A. Brown. Let me just grab the rest of these out of this bag so I can put the bag down. Hold on a minute. Okay, there's not a whole lot more. So this book is kind of cool because I like the color. I was just like all about the color. And again, I was trying to make up the 10 books for $3. So this doesn't have much interesting content. It does have some nice black and white, you know, images, but nothing really in color. So it's more about the cover. Then I found this one, Easter Chimes, Stories for Easter and the Spring Season. And I kind of want to make like a spring bunny kind of journal, possibly. We'll see if I can make time to do that this year. Might be fun. Also, it has a really cute little Easter eggs cover. So I thought that was cute. And it's got some like little images and stuff in it. Then I found an Ideals magazine for Thanksgiving. Put that away. Okay, and yeah, so there's some nice images, nice verses, as typical of Ideals magazines. And the last one I found is this one, Mathematics of Investment. So, super boring book, but I think if I could put the right thing here, we could maintain this beautiful embossing on the front. And yeah, it's pretty interesting inside. It has a lot of diagrams and things. I more than likely won't really use the pages. They're those old, really smooth feeling pages. They're very thin though, so I don't know. I may or may not use them. It may be a glue book. We'll see. Okay, so that is it for my Friday book haul. Hopefully you enjoyed this little haul that I got. I'm kind of slowing down a little bit in books right now because I'm just not trying to get a whole lot more until I use a little bit more. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope you have a really great weekend. I may be back with something fun, and until then, take care and bye for now.